Okay, so finding midpoint. What I want to do when I'm finding midpoint is use this formula. So the midpoint of a coordinate x, y, midpoint is going to be equal to the addition of my x's divided by 2 and the addition of my y's divided by 2 will be my midpoint. And this makes sense because this is in my second dimension, this formula. We know that my first dimension, if I'm talking about a number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say I had a segment from 0 to 6, and I want to find the midpoint. Well, I find the difference between my x2 minus x1, and I divide by 2. So this would be 6 minus 0 divided by 2. 6 minus 0 divided by 2, which equals 6 over 2, which is equal to 3. So my midpoint is right at 3. So that's my midpoint. So that was what I did if I'm in the first dimension. So the formula we're working on right now is when you're in the second dimension, which means I'm in graphing terms. So I have my x-axis and a y-axis, and so now I'm going two different directions, so I need a little bit more complicated of a formula. This part, my x2 plus x1, sorry, this should be plus. So this should be my x2 plus x1 divided by 2, and then my y2 plus y1 divided by 2. So let's work on an actual problem and see how we do. So let's pick negative 2, 6, and 4, 3. So to get an idea, before I even jump into just plugging into this formula, let's get an idea of what I'm trying to find here. So if I plot these points, negative 2, 6, this is negative 1, negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4, 3, 4, 3. I want to find my midpoint of this segment right here. So my midpoint is going to be somewhere around here. Right? We don't know exactly where, which is why I'm making such a big dot. We just know it's in that general area. So if I look over here, I'm going to use this formula, which is midpoint of xy is equal to x2 plus x1 all over 2, y2 plus y1 all over 2. So I need to just label this. I know that coordinates deal with x, y. What these 2's and these 1's mean are my first coordinate and my second coordinate. So we'll call this my first coordinate. So x1, y1. This is my second coordinate, so they get 2's. So 2's are for second coordinate, 1's are for first coordinate. So now I just need to simply plug in. So I have x2 first. My x2 is 4. So 4 plus x1, negative 2, divided by 2. y2, 3, plus y1 is 6, divided by 2. And now let's solve for it. So 4 plus negative 2 is going to be, 4 plus negative 2 is going to be 2, divided by 2. 3 plus 6 is 9, divided by 2. So this becomes 1, after 2 divided by 2 is 1. And we can simplify this 2 into 9 4 times, so it's 4.5. So now if I have this at 1, and I go up 1, 2, 3, 4.5, my midpoint is right there. And it makes sense that my answer should be in a coordinate as well. Because if I get just a number, like I say 3, how do you graph just 3? You don't. So you need it into the x, y coordinate.